This week we are studying small business startups and ventures. We will be looking at the traits and topologies of entrepreneurs, what it looks like to be an entrepreneur, the amount of work and what you might say grit is involved in starting a business and going through the startup phase into the growth phase into the prosperity phase. I would like you to be thinking about an entrepreneur that you may know of, or maybe you live in a family of entrepreneurs and you've lived the entrepreneurship life. So be thinking about that as you read through chapter 6 and do the homework and the quiz for this chapter. In addition to that, I've given you a discussion question to be thinking about, and I have proposed that you consider the life and entrepreneurship journey of Jeff Bezos, who is the founder and CEO of Amazon. I'm bringing in an e-commerce perspective to this week through Jeff Bezos, his TED Talk, an article about him, and then an extra article about how e-commerce has gone global. And I'm doing this because we see a significant shift in how entrepreneurs are starting businesses with a global mindset and having a much higher success rate while thinking about how they can be available in the e-commerce space. We are shifting as a society in how we consume or we purchase. And if you're not aware of that, you can look in the news and see all of the brick and mortar store closings such as Sears, Macy's, JCPenney, and some of the other stores that you may frequent or know of that are closing their brick and mortar sites and going to more of an online sale approach. And so that's why I'm bringing that into this chapter, is so that you can be thinking about e-commerce and what it means to be starting a business and be mindful of the global market and the online space to sell and what your online presence looks like. So that discussion question, you should post your original by Friday night, and you should respond to 2 other students by Monday night. Please adhere to those deadlines so that everyone can be engaged in this, and your submissions should be well developed. So your original post should be a well developed post, and your response to 2 other students should be well developed as well and should advance or add another perspective to what they've already posted, so that we think differently and we engage with each other to challenge each other to think about what we've posted and what we think. I've also posted a civic duty and a student engagement assignment, which were in the syllabus from the very beginning. The student engagement is just encouraging you to go to an event on campus. There are many more coming up, and there have been many throughout the semester. If you participated in any type of event, let's say you went to a soccer game to watch, that counts as student engagement. Just take a picture and submit it in Blackboard. Softball has games this weekend, I think, as well as baseball. There are other events on campus like SGA meetings and such as that, and our finance club inside the School of Business has a meeting coming up, and our entrepreneurship club has a luncheon next Tuesday at Ben's Triple B's. And so if you need an idea about an engagement activity, please send me a message and I can help you understand and learn about opportunities that are available to you. The civic duty is just you being out somewhere inside Texas Wesleyan or in the larger society, doing work to help make an impact and bring about change in our society. Maybe you volunteered at church, at a nonprofit, maybe you did something at the food bank here on campus. Whatever that looks like, just do some work and then submit that in Blackboard as well. So if you have questions about that, I'm also willing to help you identify and engage in those types of opportunities. Lastly, I am going to ask that all of your MindTap work be done by May 7th. That is the deadline when all work must be submitted. So please know that you're going to have a short turnaround time on chapter 17 and 19 coming up, because we have a shortened week and I want to finish in MindTap so that you are prepared for the final exam. That means that I will be looking at your MindTap on May 7th at night, or May 8th, and I will drop your 3 lowest scores in MindTap. I will then take your MindTap percentage and I will multiply it by 400 points, and then I will post those number of points into the gradebook. If you end up with MindTap with 100%, I will put a column in Blackboard and I will post 400 points to your grade. If you end up with a 90%, I will take 90% of 400 points, which means I will post 360 points in the gradebook for MindTap. So you will see that score coming in. If you are a little uncertain about your grade at this point and would like some help calculating it before that happens on May 7th or 8th, then just send me an email and I'm happy to work with you on that and get you a better understanding of what your grade is. You have access to an IDEA survey that's come through your email, and this is me soliciting as a faculty member, as many other faculty members are doing. We look for feedback from students. I have a continuous improvement plan as a professor, and the only way I can improve is if I know how students view the course and the approach to learning. And so I value your feedback on that survey. I know it's long and it takes a bit of time to do, but it's in the end the way that I learn how to be better at a faculty member and better aligned with students, how they learn, and what works for them in the learning process. So thank you in advance for filling that out. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a great week.